to jump into it right now. Sorry about that.
I mean, yeah, it means that you can just make these plays with full information as you make that push on in. Couple of frags coming through thick and fast. X10 managed to get their massive advantage as those just come right through. There goes another. And that is X10 just wiping the floor in this early pistol round with Global Esports, catching them off guard and getting some of those shots on in. We've always talked, hey, this pistol round is important. Gets you that economy on the board, and they put the ultimate point over
if
to
they lost, but not going to work out. And Ori off the bat, they're going to push through the garage, and it's going to be kind of a little bit of a throwaway round. Maybe see if they can take some guns. They will get down crows,
One enemy
but through them, and now they are going to just try to see if they can push up mid, maybe get something lightning fast. Ori rotated very quickly, while the other two are just going to be hanging out at A. See if they can get that aggression sewer. They'll be able to get an opening and potentially bait out the opponents. And it looks like the rotation is going to happen, so Global Esports gets a free site open.
They've just been absolutely beaten. That was beautiful by Global Esports. They're going to push on in, take this site, get that spike on down. And now it's X10 to try and make that retake. We know they definitely have the firepower to do it, and they have a player up. But Global Esports playing that solid macro game and catching them off guard.
So, going to go for the plant, and they actually managed to get one more. Rossi is able to find one. Crows takes down lightning fast, so now they are not going to get any outside help. It is now 2v3, but they do technically have the site locked down, and with the shadow step coming in from heaven, they may not be ready for skills to just pay those bills, as we're about to look into seeing if they can secure it. They are going to hear the footsteps.
Cover going on.
Rossi and Skills are about to get ready to see if they can push on through. They do get flashed out. Rossi will get taken down, but Skills is still holding up from above. Able to find two. Will they find the last one and finally get around the board for Global? Through the wall. Not going to be the case. They're going to get wallbang right back. And Sushi Boys clutches it out once more, potentially. Just barely.
I don't think he has the...
Unorthodoxly lock it down by coming from CT, interestingly enough. See if they can hold it down with all these smokes and have the rest of the team meet up at C-Long. And we've seen Global Esports do this before, where they will just sort of hunker down in C-Long and just take those duels from long range, because it does leave them to expose. And they got it in a nice backside of the corner. They will smoke it, but here comes the aftershock. It's going to be massive, but it's going to be responded by Fox, because they know exactly where they're going to come from. It's coming from long. And Sushi Boys will be able to find one more. They're going to smoke their teammate, but there's going to be another one. But Kappa shoots down their teammate, but will it be enough? No! Sushi Boys just is going to shoot them down, and they will be able to fuse in the nick of time. They have reason. They definitely don't want to lose this up. I do appreciate that Pooh has been way more aggressive in regards. Meanwhile, speaking of aggression, there's patience happening from Sushi, and they will be at least get the trade off, but that is already another player gone. They have the information, but they know already that they're heading on to C, so that information, I don't know if they really got the value off it as lightning fast. They still haven't gotten the plant yet, and Scary's going to bring them down to their feet, and here we go. They get the plant, but it's already, it's a bad situation right now for them. You know, we already have Hellranger already on B. They're going to see if they can catch people off rotation. They will at least get one, but it won't be really worth it. They know exactly where the other one's coming from with the information. They're going to shoot one more. Still 2v1, and they still have yet to defuse this. They're better off saving it.
They've taken the pace of the game, but so far it's been unable to have too much of an impact. Hellranger found frags in and of themselves, but that breach utility, for the most part, hasn't done quite enough. Global Esports looking this time more towards that B site. Going to be trying to catch X10 off guard. They find that first frag, but that's also going to mean those rotates come on in. Getting another frag to back things up feels really great right here, but Rossi tries to push on through and gets sprayed down. Already in position, you can see another frag coming through, and X10, well, they trade back and forth. It's 3 versus 1. X10 now only have Pooh. I mean, with that operator, I think you really want to be saving it.
Not true. However, 6 rounds have gone by, and the 6 rounds have gone in favor for X10, so potentially your economy might be able to afford this little bit of aggression, and we do actually see them going to see if they can maybe get this done. Maybe probably swap out for one of the guns on the ground. If they can find a veil, they're gonna Fade out, push, but they're gonna get a shot down right away, and it is 1v3.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, it provides a lot of fighting power. I think it's fantastic on defense, but since that nerf quite a while ago now, it's not been quite dynamic enough. And I like that Rossi has moved on over to the Vandal, handed that orb on over, and now is looking to make their play of themselves. Dashes on through with the backup. Oh, does get damaged a little bit by their own teammate, but puts down those smokes, forces X10 off, and this is actually a pretty bloodless take from Global Esports here. They have site control. I think we're going to be seeing that lockdown come out from Sushi Boys here. They really want to deny, and they're looking for this chance to execute. Global Esports backing on off. They know they don't have to commit all too much. They can play these long angles, and they'll be in a great spot. Pooh, especially, is going to flush them right off that site with the lockdown. And now, X10 are just waiting for their time to strike. They know it's coming. The turret goes down. They're expecting the re-pushes to come on through. Nano Swarm goes down, and they're looking for this execute now. Sushi Boys pushes up with the rest of their team. They're going to blow the ultimate as well from this breach. They are really looking to commit on this one. Flashes are plenty. Smoke all around. Through the smoke, they find the frag, and defenders, they just hold the defuse. Interaction towards this mid. And sprays from Global Esports. They're looking to contest. That spike, still unsure as to where they want to commit. They're backing off. They really don't want to push on in here. They do have a lot of time to work with, so Global Esports definitely trying to play around, force some of that utility out from X10, because it was their downfall the last time they tried to push in for some of these plays.
Oh! And they get the headshot, but not be able to get away with it, and already 2 frags go down. Foxes will shoot away from the spike. They do have that line of sight, and Crows will be able to fall up on it. Great communication coming in from X10, and the B side has fallen apart once more. And Paul talked about this before. If they don't have the firepower to match it, it's going to be difficult to just hold down that site. And the B is just such a high risk, high reward
statement. And continue this fragging power. Even droning forward. I don't think he spots them. The drone stops right before. This could be a huge opportunity for Global Esports here.
Potentially. I don't think the ultimate's going to find anything unless they really do back up here. The arrow doesn't actually find anything as well. You don't hear the ping, and this is going to be a pretty aggressive push. Rossi is going to push in, and they're both shocked, and they will be brought down. Great coordination from Global Esports right there. They will basically get this site for free with a pretty healthy team overall.
Yeah, it's so exciting to see here. Global Esports not getting spotted out by that drone. The ultimate comes out, and that push just comes through. That dash from the jet, oh, so impactful. And Pooh is looking for a frag, expecting someone to push on up. But Global Esports knowing they don't have to play aggressively. They can do whatever they want. Hellranger trying to force players off, trying to bait out some movement. Knowing time is on their side. They can do whatever they want here. Well, X10 really are going to have to push on in if they're trying to find this round here. They find that first frag.
Do push on through, and they do have the information. Hellranger does manage to get them. The trade does come out, but I feel like it's too late, and they will have to back up and save this up. Skills tries once, but I think they're going to pay for it.
Talk about quickly. That jet partners so well with that breach. It's a great way to just flash and dash on in. They executed it well, and Global Esports looking to use that pressure yet again. A player still on site waiting in that smoke. Rossi does not find the frag, goes down to the pistol, and this is X10 fragging back, keeping things even in spite of their lacking weaponry.
Well, they're not lacking weapons anymore. There is going to be Scary picking up that Phantom. Will they find a value? They do actually get the footstep, and they're able to shoot down. They managed to take... Yes, strong is definitely a word that comes to mind. And already off the bat, Scary gonna do some damage, make them not even think about Garage. They are just gonna rush onto the site, though, and get C for free. And we already see Rossi getting at least one for their trouble. A second one as well. They're going to try to make sure that they get a third. They lose the duel, unfortunately. And now it's a 2v3. Maybe that 2v2, though. You see them avoid the blast. And, of course, right through the back. Might even push up the smoke. You see, Kappa does get revealed, and they don't get the frag. So now it's a 1v1. Fox needs to lock this down if they want to get into the double digits going into the next half. And they look at this, and unfortunately they expose themselves, so the ultimate is going to come in. They have to get this, and I don't think they're going to have enough time if they run back to win this duel. Nicely done, and I think Kappa played for enough time.
Yeah, well played by Kappa there. I don't think Global X10 is going to be able to find this at all. Fox realizes he wants to try and save his KD, so he's getting out of there, but I don't think he's going to quite
It's much
easier to hold with that pistol, but looks like it's going to be that B site. No one is there at all. There's no utility waiting for them as well, and that is all important. There's no Cypher cam, no tripwires, no nothing to really deny them that push on in. Instead, they're just going to rush on through. Paranoia to try and make this play happen, but, well, Kappa was just that little bit too far back, picks up Scary, and now that is that player advantage for Global Esports. They're going to try and play aggressive. They want to make this retake happen as soon as they possibly can. Waiting in the wings is Sushi Boy with that frenzy. Never count this player out in these late game scenarios. It's always their opportunity. Smoking off mid window, looking for those opportunities to make that play happen. You can see waiting in that position. Fox finds it through. Brilliant usage of the recon dot allows them to find 2 frags, make that 3, looking for that final one. But Sushi Boy's
we're gonna see a save coming in from Global, and it's just gonna be another round. And it's honestly, at this point, I think they fight for overtime here.
I really do think they're going to have to, honestly. Lightning Fast does manage to find a frag back and takes down 2. That does mean, I believe, they have a rifle in hand as well, so that you have some sort of firepower now on that Global Esports side. But Fox definitely making sure that there aren't too many players. Again, isn't going to be able to spot out these players, so doesn't know that that push is coming from behind. Figures it out after those gunshots come through and is trying to contest here. Using that arrow, the concuss comes through. No damage onto Global Esports, but what Global Esports aren't aware, while Fox is, preoccupying them, setting them up to just walk on into him, that push is coming onto the seaside, and there is nothing they can do about it. The spike is going to come down, and they don't even get the kill onto Fox yet. He's going to run away. They're chasing after him. Can he find this?
And they might pay for that. We'll see. There's definitely firepower in favor, and Rossi will take the first blood.
Absolutely. We can see Rossi looking to push on forward, wants to get aggressive again. Knows that finding those frags onto X10, especially onto these all-important players, it would be massive. But instead, gives X10 a kill onto an all-important player of their own, himself. And Global Esports now down that top fragger for their squad. Will they be able to shut down this push onto the B side? I don't think Lightning Fast can see yet. Don't know if they heard anything either, whether that shift walk was coming on through, whether they were sneaking or not. Global Esports ready for that push, it seems. It will come on through Lightning Fast. He comes off the cam, but I think that's because he knows, he is aware, his cursor right over, but he hasn't held that left click yet. Doesn't know exactly where they are. That spray likely to come on through, wants to go for it, but Poo Wanta lives up to the name, takes down Lightning Fast, and now this execute is just going to be oh so free for them. Spike goes down. Oh, Skills pushing into the backline right now. Trying to look for it. Baits out the Paranoia. You can see Skills looking for those frags. The spike hasn't gone down. They're looking to now go onto this A site. The frags come through, but unfortunately, it falls. Yeah, I think they're really going to need to sit down, chillax, grab themselves some water, keep hydrated, and think about that next map. Make sure you're figuring out what's going wrong here, because I think it is really that you need to be a little bit hotter on that aim and play around each other a little bit more. Don't get caught out so much. They found a couple of rounds, to be sure, but this has been decidedly X10 favored. There comes another frag, and it's just 2 players remaining from Global Esports. This map could be over quicker than you think. Just 1 left. Well, he is not exactly in the best of places.
Nope, and exposed that they are all the way over at C, so they are just going to plant. And I think X10 is feeling themselves so much that they are going to go on the hunt. So will Lightning live to even get the frags? I mean, this is pretty much done and dusted. So, Rook, let's just talk about what should we expect from Global Esports. What do they have to learn from their lessons here?
Again, it's playing around each other that little bit.
It's going to be interesting to see if they are going to be able to get some head taps. I honestly, again, still believe in X10 to do this. They are starting on the defense as well, so this is a lot more favor for them beginning.
Absolutely. I think this is a big opportunity. Spread out a Global Esports in the peak. Looking to come through here. They want to make it happen, but they mess up those flashes and accidentally flash themselves as they move on out. But they at least force a player off. Maybe put that pressure more towards this A site. Will X10 be ready for it? Rossi dashes on in, looking for those frags. But that smoke, doesn't even find it. A right click comes on through. There is a player down on both sides now as Global Esports do manage to trade back. And Cruz trying to spray on through with that frenzy. He loves that weapon. And, well, X10, they're loving this opportunity to push on through. They want to contest U-hauls here. But look at it. The spray comes through. He doesn't manage to land. A lot of information going through that flash. Could be big here. Oh, the utility comes on through and they lose Fox. But now it's a 3 versus 2. X10 in a great spot. They're even going to try and bait on this defuse.
They're going to bait on the defuse, but they have the player advantage as well to maybe not even bait it, just like play distraction. And there it is. Crows gets one more. Can they get one more through the smoke? Not going to be the case, but they do have enough time to lock it down. They're going to try to win the duel, and they will be able to do it. At least they got it halfway, and they should be able to do it. Nick of time. Massive stuff right there. And Crows seems to be popping off right now. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Pooh.
Okay.
Getting a little bit too big for their boots there. Gets taken off the board by Rossi. As Rossi, this is that important player for the global esports side, looking to make that statement. Alt charge for Foxes here, as they are looking to play across the map. And Scary has been holding strong so far, but they give up control of U-hauls. Rossi just pushes on in and finds another 2 frags. Global esports really have a lot of control of this site right now. In X10, they're looking to try and make that retake, but against 4 and with no site control at all. They are certainly fighting up a difficult hill here right now. Fox gets forced off by the paranoia and just backs on off. Skills takes down Sushi Boys, and it's only 1 remaining for global esports now. And Hellranger puts down the dart. They're looking to push on in. They want to flush out this player. This is going to be a lot of damage going towards Cruz, but he still finds 2 frags. That dart will not push him out at all. But this, however, probably will, but it means he's just going to get
information. So Kappa not going to be able to get too much glean from here, but already off the bat, we do see Crows still popping off again, but they do manage to find it, and they will be able to finally get a sight of their own, in theory, but they already get shot down very quickly. Sushi Boys will be pushing through, but they already know where they are already. They're going to set up the smokes coming in here and potentially plant the spike, but the spike is in hookah, so they need to be able to get it.
Peek out wide, won't get taken down by the player in heaven. Starts to move on out, but oh, good couple of shots.
Nice.
There we go, lightning fast hits the all-important frag there. And on the flank, Pooh really looking to catch him off guard, bait it out to make it look like he was attacking from a different angle, but now they're holding from that position. He's shift walking through. We find this frag. He does get it. It's 1 versus 1, and not a lot of health left on one of these remaining players. Who is just going to push on through, does not know where this last player is, though. He's going to smoke things off and tries to bait out. They might be sticking it. The thing is, Skills just doesn't know.
Oh,
he pushes on through, gets caught out as he tries to shoot, giving away his position. And X10 pick up the round yet again. They look so
Scary. We'll be able to bring them down and still hang out in you, holding the fort for X10.
And they're really going to have to hold this one down strong if they're going to be able to find this. Global esports are in a great position right now, but they just got in and mowed down. I thought in these close quarters situations, Global esports might have been able to find something, but it's just so trap for Global esports.
You're not wrong. It seems tough. They were on the save, so right now they are going to try their best to work with full utility, full weapon, and they do manage to find one. Pooh, 1 tap gone. That is pretty massive, but here comes ultimate from Breach. Will stop them, and they get massively flashed. They're dropping smokes everywhere just to see if they can crowd control, but Crows ain't wasting any time, and they will be able to find quite a few. They will go down, but the damage has already been done.
Yeah, spike down. And actually, player behind. Oh, Skills gets caught off guard by Scary there. It's just 1 player remaining for Global esports. And, well, I think he's on the wrong site. He's going to use that teleporter lightning fast, moving over as quickly as he possibly can. But with that spike down in a position like that, he's like, okay, this just isn't going to work. He's going to try to move on over, try to catch someone by only taking those fights 1 at a time, but Fox just made
into it. I wonder, but I mean, Ultimate's happening right now. They might be able to find something off of that. Rossi does manage to get Pooh 1 tap, so that's a big duel to win. Fox may actually go down, does get 1 for their trouble, but Skills will be able to make sure that the damage is minimized, as they will start pushing on through and smoking CT. Actually, no! Oh, Crows, excuse me? I'm sorry, could you give me like a second to complete a thought, as you were going to take out everybody pushing through garden, and at this point, I would take the TP and get the fudge out and dodge on B site, my friends. That said, though, holding their own, they are proud on the side of Global esports. They will try to lock it down, but the Scary, just before the smoke goes down, will be taken out. Sushi was through the smoke. They'll trade one more,
Something
but
X10 have been using a massive amount.
very true. But also they've been using the aggression very well. They got the tag onto them, which was massive, so they knew exactly where they were. And they will just lock down and be long. Meanwhile, over on the A side, though, we are going to see a little more of an open sight for them. Pushing through the smoke. Oh, they're going to lose the duel. Sushi Boys bringing it out for the homies on the side of X10. Get a nice tag as well to know exactly where they are. And they are pushing in with information all the time. It's amazing.
Yeah, they're constantly keeping track of these players, and it is in part because that Cypher is so much stronger. They like to play the game. They like to push forward. They like to get aggressive, and you can see that absolutely right here. Lightning Fast taken out like his name. Absolutely off the board already, and well, Global Esports really looking to make those plays happen now towards this B site, but they've been struggling so far. It really hasn't been working out for them, and if they commit towards this could easily go very quickly.
Well, they saw a foot. Sushi Boys knows that they're coming through hookah, and they're going to set up the smokes just so that they can navigate through this. The ultimate will come out. They shoot through the head. Rosie doesn't get any value with the knives. They're going to be able to drop the ultimate and know exactly where they're going, and they are noticing that the rotate is about to happen, so they may just drop a couple of players over at the A site. With that being said, we are going to see a couple of players from X10 just going to hold down the site at B, but they already know. They're going to TP. I'm curious as to see if we're going to see any crazy flanks happening, as we already see Pooh one tap pushing through market. Are they ready for this Are they ready for this global?
I don't know. Global still unsure as to where they need to play towards. Player on the back of them, Fox looking for this frag. Finds it. Crows gets that shot that could be all impactful and actually set them up for stopping X10 here. But even if they do, X10 will be able to buy up in that very final round of the half.
I like this as well from Global Esports. Not going to commit to a site just because they managed to get a couple of frags as well. They are, certainly looking to just get some information and just push on through here. Looking good for them as we will get tagged for information. And I'm curious to see if they will commit to this site. It looks like they are going to take the fight.
Well, Scary looking for this opportunity, trying to drop down some more of that utility to deny this push. X10 moving on in, but they're losing players left, right, and center. Those initial 2 frags were just too much of them to overcome, and Global Esports pick up the...
Well, they already see the smokes, they see the arrow come out, so they know this is going to be a push already.
Yeah, Sushi Boys keeping an eye on that push on in. Global Esports don't have much time to make that push. Sushi Boys pops the cyber cage. The frags come through freaking fast. There's Scary. They get the spike down, but there's going to be some players falling off of the back of this. Holding on the left click. Sushi Boys doesn't know where he is. Cruz finds that final frag, and X10 pick up. They're on the defense now. I'm interested to see how they're going to shift things up and whether they'll be able to deal with the aggression of X10. X10 pushing forward to lose their first player. That's a good frag early from Rossi here. This pistol round could be oh so important. If they can pick this up, this is the start that they really needed. Forget that last round in the first half. This second round is where it's Hell Ranger shuts down Pooh. Crows, though, is starting to show up here. They have the frenzy in hand. They're looking for some of these frags. Now, Flash finds absolutely nothing. Pushed off the position. Spike hasn't gone down yet. Minute on the clock, and X10 are starting to find those all-important frags. Crows going to concuss one of these players and look for that spike plant. The push is coming out. Will it get the good timing? Finds the shot. Gives away their position, though. It's 2 versus 2, and we can see Hell Ranger definitely has a lot of pressure on them right now. Lightning Fast gets taken out, and it's only short order for Hell Ranger there. Good round from X10. Get their opportunities, but those opportunities are few and far between. X10 just doesn't let them get away with it. Push comes on through. Rossi finds a 2K, and those are the opportunities we're looking for, but they're instantly traded back. We always look at this X10 side, and they're constantly putting pressure on. Lightning Fast with a good shot there. Right click to the head will finish off Fox in short order. And that is big from Hell Ranger as well. They're trying to play long. There's a rifle in the hands of Scary. He's trying to deny his. Smoke goes on in, but covered from the right. Skills finds the frag.
Did disengage to lead them in, and they are now hanging out heaven.
30 seconds left.
Dropping the smokes. We'll see what happens.
Spike planted.
Already off the bat, Scary goes down, but they manage to plant the spike, but they will fall back into Bass, and they know exactly where the rest of the team is. They have the information. I think they might just go ahead and overwhelm them. Looks like potentially Global Esports is just going to push up on them and swarm on them like a pack of piranhas.
They're just looking for that opportunity. Skills takes it down. Crows, though, they're trying to get that deep. When you get that push on in, when you want to make those plays forward, Ultimate comes on in to try and deny, stopping any players from being in U-Halls. They're pushing on through. X10 looking for their opportunity. They have smoked off all these positions. This is why the Brimstone is so strong. All of them coming down at once. Big coverage and little to no contest coming out from X10 here. Sorry, from Global Esports here. Global Esports just can't push on in at all. And Lightning Fast, he's looking for an opportunity to peek, but that spike is planted, and we know that X10 are likely to not even peek towards these angles. Going to be flashed off. The paranoia coming on through, wanting to make that blind happen, but the hold is there. Sushi Boys and Fox find a bundle of frags as Kappa barely doesn't fall. Finds some good frags. It's 1 versus 1. Can Scary clutch it out here? Heads back towards U-Hall. Doesn't want to get contested. Forced off by that concussion. He's trying to go for the defuse. He's trying to bait. Knows that it's happening. Hits the shot. Hellranger picks up the round. And X10 came oh so close. That execute was brilliant. But Global Esports make it.
Oh! They will.
Big stuff there. He's continually putting up those opening frags that are oh so important here. Trying to peek again, finds another, but does fall down 1 for 2. Not all too bad. Global Esports very happy with that one. They back on off. The execute doesn't quite come on in. They know that they can't commit to that site. Too many players just waiting.
Let the enemy come to them. They don't want to give any player advantage or any gun advantage to their opponent, and they're doing such a good job right now. Gets flashed. Will be able to find a couple. Crow's also able to follow up, and now it's a 3v2. Technically a 2v2 with the amount of health going on. And they're going to go for the Rolling Thunder. They will get hit by it. Here comes the ultimate, and they will be able to find at least one through the Rolling Thunder and trade it out. And at least the Sova ult will keep them on their toes. Global Esports will have to give up this one round, and match point is finally going to be found. Great crossfire setup by Global Esports. Between Boo One Tap, and they are able to find one more. Skills able to get 2 before Boo One Tap is able to take them down. Rossi still keeps on to the ult. Not for long, though, as Boo will be able to at least find one. Grabs the op themselves for their troubles, and when the smoke comes down, looks like Hellranger will be able to show, but they missed the shot, and they're able to get 2. Oh my gosh, it's falling apart for X10. It's now come down to Foxes, but they won't be able to do it. Hellranger locks, but Lightning Fast able to find one. They will be able to information, and Skills will be able to follow up on that as well. It is obviously a safe round with a slight buy. They are able to get a couple of frags though for their trouble. Foxes will do what they can.
Femi, I do believe we're on the wrong screen. They can see us on the screen right now. Or is that just looking for this opportunity? He's just watching. Can Hellranger hold down with him as he has made that rotate back on over? Skills finds that first frag, but it doesn't even come with the capitalization from Hellranger. It's 2 versus 2. They're going to be able to get the spike down. They're running. Look who's right there in garden, expecting that rotate maybe, but SK Rossi that is a freebie for this man with the operator. There it is. There comes the scan, and giving him a spray down is just asking to die. They spot him out here, and he might be not long for this well. With the Sheriff, but Lightning Fast covers that angle as well. And, well, SK Rossi more than happy to bring up a little bit more of this aggression. Goes super low. Doesn't fall yet. The rifle of Lightning Fast is holding strong. 21 HP. Not a lot of health on some of these defenders right now. It's Crows and Sushi Boys both find the frags. It's a rifle in hand. They don't have the spike right now. It is out in the open. Oh, the shot whiffs! Oh dear, they're not able to find it. Concussed off the position. It's just one player left on the attack, however. Crows wants to make this happen. Sneaking around, expecting that push to come on through. 20 HP. Holding the position with the frenzy. He's right there. He hits the shot.
Will that be enough? They now have player advantage, and they know that there's an op waiting for them by Lightning Fast. They're actually going to use the nice trap. They're going to use the smokes from that to go to TP, but their rotation is probably going to be fast enough to catch them off guard.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, misses everything. Pooh does not find the shot. Sushi Boys, though, 1 versus
Ooh.
2. If you want a player, I would normally say it'd be Sushi Boys, but unfortunately doesn't manage to win
I've
out the
been
round.
able to get some great opening frags, and it almost looks like they're about to find another one potentially soon. I don't know if it's going to be over at A short or if it's going to be from Hookah, but right now it seems like X10, they really want to make this round count. They have the weapons, they have the utility, they have the ultimates. They want to close this out before it goes into OT. They don't want another OT. They've grown up so much, Rook. They've grown up so fast.
They really have, and well, they're looking to push on into this A site yet again. Sushi Boys being the other part of that push, maybe trying to bait someone out a little bit. Not exactly sure what he's lining up there. Yeah, putting it down that cyber cage as the push comes on in. X10 find the frags they need. They're now up. A player execute's going to happen. Camera going to spot out, make sure no one's in U-hauls. And Sushi Boys claims it for themselves. Scary plants the spike. And well, now it's a 3v4 retake with their game on the line. The comeback has been good so far, but will it be over here? 1 player down, Hell Ranger looking to make it happen, make that 2 as SK Rossi just cannot find the frags. It's going to be down to these last 2. They're trying to push on in, forced out by the ultimate, out into the open. Sushi Boys punishes, Crows stops Kappa in their tracks, and 13-10, not quite the overtime, but X10